Hello students, how are you all? Today we have our final topic of the entry module, which was part of our series on engulfing. That series is now complete. Today's topic is the entry module. We'll discuss how to make entries and exits in detail today. So first of all, when you have a topic, you need to look at the mind's land logic. After the mind, you need to see its land logic. If you look at the logic, we have its probability calculated. So this is what we have. What happened is that a bond was pressed in a certain situation and we need to refine it with the weekly diagram. There's also a zone here, and if you look, its refinement happens here. So we need to refine it on this zone. What happened is that we got the weekly zone and it's done. Here we can also take the detailed lower part. The storyline we have is bullish. If we look at the recent market, the storyline was bullish. Now if we come to the market with this zone, we'll make an entry. Just like here, our monthly and weekly storyline is clear. It's bullish and the high time frame is bullish and the engulfing pattern has also appeared. Now let's move to the daily. On the daily, we'll refine it. If we refine it on the daily, what happened here is that we have these channels dropping. This happened here, and if you refine this zone, the recent market has engulfed it. If you look, it's called multiple engulfing. It's called multiple engulfing. So you mark it here, which is the better zone, this one. So if we mark it here for entry, how will we make an entry on this zone and this zone? Now, if we are on the daily first, we need to see for entry. We've confirmed the weekly from the lower monthly zone for buying, and we've also confirmed the daily here. So we'll take the daily here. Has the trend line on the daily broken? There's no trend line pattern here. If you look at the weekly, there's nothing on this zone either. If you look, we need to find a zone here. So if we take it like this, we give it a color, but it's clear here. Here we have the trend line clear and all zones are clear. So you need to make an entry in this zone on a smaller time frame. I'll change the color so everything is clear. We need to make an entry on this zone on the H1 smaller time frame. In 15 minutes, we've refined the entire zone for entry. We had all confirmations. This is the lower monthly and weekly zone. We have a zone here. What's here is a trend line we have. If you look here, when the market comes, you can make an entry in 15 minutes. Make an entry right at the peak on this zone. The H1 is also here. If we look at this zone, we have the 15-minute trend here. When the market goes there, you need to buy it. It's not clear here, but make an entry here. And if you go to a smaller time frame, you'll find a clear entry in this box. I'll show you the clear one as well. All right, let's put a channel over it. We've marked the zone here. If the market comes to this zone, it's a multiple engulfing. So we'll buy it from here. Now we'll buy it. When the market comes here, we can clear it from here. This channel has engulfed another channel. If you look at it from the H4, there is an engulfing pattern here. There are two zones in the next market. If you look here, this channel has also engulfed another channel. There is a zone here and we're discussing entry. So we'll delete them for now. We need to refine the entries now. If you look here, we have an engulfing pattern. This channel has engulfed another channel. So we needed to make an entry here. It's H4. So let's put it on the land part. We won't find anything on the H1. The storyline here is that the weekly and monthly are bullish. If you look here on the line chart, we have a clear example. A small tractor was made here and it broke it upwards. So we have a trend line. When the market comes to dip here, refine it further. That means we'll refine this zone on a smaller time frame. When it dips, you need to buy it from this dip. If you look here, it's not a sell side buy side. The trend line didn't support it here, so we'll go to a smaller time frame. We need to take our trend line to this zone. Our main goal is to have our trend line in our favor. We need to clear it. The H1 is also clear and all time frames are clear here. We need to clear this zone for entry. Our trend line is here. So if I see a trend line here, but the market didn't go there. If you connect it, we go to minute one right at the peak and take this zone to the peak. Things will become clear in one by one classes, but I don't think there's a need to do it one by one with anyone. It won't go to minute one. Let's find another sample for live. We're connecting the recent, so the market goes there. But if we take the engulfing, there is no engulfing here. If you put it on 15 minutes, there is no confirmation. If you put it on 5 minutes, there's no confirmation. If you go to the crop, it will be easy for us. We won't have any trade here. If you look here, our trend line is made. When the market comes to dip, it came to dip. So buying it from the dip, after the dip, the market is high. Keep the stop loss just below this low and target according to 15 minutes. If you do it according to H1, then H1 should be the target. If you look here, according to 15 minutes, the target should be this high. The entry should be marked here. The market shouldn't go against us by 1 or 2 pips. This means we need to make an entry right at the peak. Check the reward as well, how long it is. It's quite small here. This is the entry, and if you go to a smaller time frame, people will get confused about which engulfing it is. The engulfing we have is this one. It engulfed this doji. So first we look at it on 15 minutes to see if we have a trend line or not. If you look here, we have this trend line, but it's not acceptable here. We need the trend line to go right at the peak. Let's see this here. There is one here, but I don't think the market picked it. We'll need to confirm it on minute one. If you look a bit more clearly on 5 minutes, it's not here. We'll refine this zone again on minute one, just like we did before, so we don't miss any margin for the market to go. We'll delete this as well. If we make it here, we have a trend line formed here. It's big from here, and this is big when the marker comes to it. See here, the marker is with it. It's with it. If you see here, the marker is coming to it, and here a small dip is forming. So you should buy it right from its belly, right here from the belly. Okay, place it exactly below. Place it below, and we have been targeting it for 15 minutes with precision, and we have to target it precisely for 15 minutes. All right, now we are looking for its example and sample now. See here, an engulfing pattern has formed. All right, this engulfing pattern has formed here. So we need to confirm the trend line. First, if you see this pattern is formed here, let's see if the market accepts it or not. But the market has accepted it here. We need it exactly below this dip. So it's a bit loose, a bit loose. All right, this was only in the trend line. So I'm giving an example of confirmation. If you want to manually cut the trend line in between, then where is it that the SL will be a bit higher? There will be chances, and okay. Here, if you see, this trend line is formed exactly at the peak when the market went. See, it's at the peak. If you refine this area, if it went like this, then this. Here, if you see, it went exactly to the peak. The market went exactly to the peak. What you have to do is refine that trend line from here. See this, it will be refined. This chart is completely refined. And after that, if you see here recently, this 22 was added and the thing clicked here. All right, here too. This one also agrees with us. Pattern. Okay. Here, see exactly when the market went to its peak. This peak. So when it touches this line from here, then you have to manually buy it. See from here. All right. Keep a small stop loss here. Okay. Carry it along with the trend line. If you want to remove it from this room, if you don't want to carry it along with the trend line, then you will have to wait for the engulfing pattern and you will have to wait for the structure rail and take here. You will have to wait. If you see here again, its first break happened, and here if you see its second break happened. When the first and second breaks happened, then you find the engulfing, and after the engulfing, buy it, which the market will rarely come to this low, if then in 5 minutes. If you want to do it with the engulfing, I have already told you the entries with the trend line. And here if you see the engulfing, which 5 minutes is it, brother? Let's find its next sample, because the entry module is very important. We have to mark the engulfing even if we have to do it on 15 minutes. Which engulfing did we mark here? This one, for example, we marked this one. The next candle did it. So what did it do? It broke the whole structure, came back after the second. Then the market took the entry. Okay, now see here. It did the first. And second, so when the market came to this dip next, then this dip becomes valid for us. And see here, this engulfing is formed, but it hasn't broken any structure yet. If you see, this engulfing has just one. If it breaks it, then you buy it, which is according to our engulfing rules. You have to remember all of them. Here, if we take it on H1 like this, then this engulfing from where the market was bought, we made this engulfing of it. This one, okay, so what did it do? First, it broke our first, second, third, and then when it came to this engulfing, we bought it. All right, so here the selling wave broke the first and second. So what happened to us? Its strength increased, it did the second. So we had an engulfing above here. Here we have an engulfing where we have to make an entry. So we will go here on 5 minutes now. All right. Here, if the first second happened, then on the line chart, we have this clear, it's simple trend line is there. Okay. Here, if you want to go exactly to the peak, then put it on minute one. Put it on minute one so that you catch the peak trade, meaning our marker can go there against it. This trade. Here, if you see this trade, if you see in minute one, exactly from the peak. Okay. Here, if you see, a minor structure is given, a minor happened here. If you make the line like this, then it went exactly to its peak here. All right, here which one happened exactly? A minor. See, it dipped down, then went up, and then you have to trade on its peak here. You have to sell it on this peak, and above it, its summit was like this. And if its target is running from H1, then which zone is below H1? If it's running from H1, then it was the H1 zone that you have to let it go, which was the engulfing zone from below, which was bought in FOMC. It was bought here. Here, see, it was from here to here. This was the zone, and when it was bought in FOMC, after stopping out, the market went out from here. Then after this zone, you have to buy it. So, okay, I have also told you the entry, all the rules I have told you. If there are still some questions, then we will do it one by one. And now with the paid students, what will happen now? The backtesting sessions will start from this week's Monday or Tuesday. They will start. It might be that they cannot be uploaded on YouTube. So those we will do as modules, like we used to do backtesting before, which we cannot upload our backtesting. So that's why we will try to do more and more backtesting. Now we will do backtesting with the simulator we have. So okay, all our entry modules, etc., everything is clear. So we will meet again.